Welcome back. This is BL Stories for You. I'm an indie author dedicated to original BL storytelling. From high school drama to fantasy worlds, everything you hear is written by me. I'm so glad you're here for this journey. Let's begin.
Kaenar's grip loosened. For a brief, dangerous second he stayed there. Too close. Close enough to feel Aarhiya's breath. Close enough to notice the way his eyes widened, unsure, confused. There was a pull in Kaenar's chest, sharp, unwelcome, urging him forward. To kiss him again. Kaenar stepped back abruptly as if burned. He straightened, jaw tight, and looked away. "So," he said, his voice clipped, "is this what you do where you come from? Kiss people whenever you drink too much?" Aarhiya's heart dropped. The memories rushed back all at once. The wine, the warmth, Kaenar's face so close to his. His ears burned with embarrassment. I'm sorry," he said quickly, bowing his head. "Truly, I didn't mean to. It was the alcohol. I lost myself for a moment." He swallowed hard. "I would never intentionally kiss you, Your Majesty." The words landed harder than he expected. Kaenar turned back sharply, eyes flashing. "Is that so?" he snapped. "Is that how lightly you treat something like that?" He was angry, but not just at Aarhiya. At himself. Because that kiss, it had shaken him. Stirred something deep inside him. Something he had sealed away for years with careful magic, and even more careful discipline. And that terrified him. Kaenar clenched his fists. "You should stay away from me," he said coldly. "For now." Aarhiya looked up, startled. "As for the training," Kaenar continued, already turning away, "it's postponed." With that, he walked down the corridor, his steps quick, rigid, as if stopping would make him lose control all over again. Aarhiya remained where he was, staring after him. His chest felt tight. "I lied," he admitted silently. "I was affected. Very much so. But there was no way he could say that out loud. Not to Kaenar. Then the echo of Lenreya's voice returned to him. 2 hours. Supervision. Punishment." Aarhiya flinched. He hurried back down the corridor, picked up the broom, and began scrubbing the floor with renewed urgency, trying and failing to sweep Kaenar's words from his mind. A few minutes later, Aarhiya was still in the corridor. Sweat dotted his brow. His hands ached as he scrubbed the stone floor for what felt like the 100th time. Then footsteps echoed. He stiffened. Lenreya walked in first, chin lifted, eyes sharp. Mina followed closely behind her, lips already curled into a knowing smile. Lenreya glanced around theatrically. "Time's up," she said coolly. 2 hours have passed. She bent slightly, ran a finger across a nearby table, then held it up. Dust clung to her skin. Mina scoffed and did the same. "Still filthy," she added. "You're absolutely careless." Lenreya smirked. "You were unable to finish within the agreed time," she said. "So, as per the order, you will be flogged 100 times. Her expression hardened. "Guards?" But Aarhiya's patience snapped. "Wait a minute," he blurted out. "This is unfair. That was an impossible task." He couldn't stop himself now. "Did you truly expect one person to clean all of this in 2 hours?" The corridor fell silent. "How dare you?" Lenreya hissed through gritted teeth. "I should have said no from the beginning," Aarhiya went on. "This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous." Lenreya's eyes darkened. Before anyone could react, her hand flew. Slap. The sound cracked through the hallway. Aarhiya staggered back, stunned. The servants nearby gasped. Mina froze. And Todi, who had just rounded the corner, saw everything. Her eyes widened in horror. Without a word, she turned and ran. At the same time, Kaenar was in his chambers, preparing to reseal his energy. He sat cross-legged in the center of the room, eyes closed, breath steady, hands resting on his knees. Dark symbols glowed faintly beneath his skin as he focused, determined to bury the desire that had slipped free the night before. Then, the door burst open. Kaenar's eyes snapped open, fury flaring instantly. Power surged around him, the air growing heavy as he lifted his hand, ready to strike. Todi dropped to her knees. "Please," she cried, pressing her forehead to the floor. "Your Majesty, forgive me, but you must help Sonraya. Lady Lenreya and Lady Mina are trying to punish her. She couldn't finish the work and—" Kaenar didn't waste a second. The power vanished as quickly as it had appeared. He was already on his feet. "Let's go," he said coldly. They arrived just in time. But what they saw wasn't what they expected. Aarhiya was no longer backing away. He was standing his ground. His hand was wrapped tightly around Lenreya's wrist, stopping her mid-motion. Her eyes were wide with shock, disbelief written across her face. I've dealt with bullies like you my entire life. Aarhiya shouted, his voice trembling with fury. So I know exactly how to deal with an evil witch like you. Gasps filled the corridor. How dare you lay your filthy hands on me? Lenreya screeched. Do you realize who you're talking to? Mina's eyes widened. The audacity you have to. I don't care who you are, Aarhiya cut in. But this will be the first and last time you ever raise your hand to me. The only person who has the right to touch me like that is the Emperor himself. Mina went pale. The servants stared in disbelief. And from a distance, Kaenar watched. A small smile tugged at his lips. He couldn't help it. What he felt was dangerously close to admiration. Then Lenreya's lips began to move. Aarhiya suddenly gasped, clutching his head. Stop! He cried, pressing his hands over his ears as pain surged through him. Kaenar moved instantly. With a sharp gesture, a wave of power ripped through the air. It cracked, and Lenreya's magic shattered like glass. She stumbled back, breathless. Mina rushed to her side. Both women began to cry, frightened now, scrambling to look like victims. Your Majesty, Mina sobbed, it's not what it looks like. I was only trying to make her work harder. Kaenar was unmoved. I heard everything, Lenreya, he said coldly. I know exactly what you did. You gave her an impossible task and waited for her to fail. Lenreya burst into tears. It's because of you, she cried. If you showed me even a little affection, I wouldn't be like this. But you keep pushing me away, so I take it out on the people you care about. Kaenar's expression hardened. That, he said quietly, is exactly why I can never love you. The words cut like a blade. Love is not something you force. He stepped forward and took Aarhiya's hand, gentle, steady, then turned to everyone watching. From this moment on, Kaenar declared, Sonraya is my personal maid. She answers to me alone. Gasps rippled through the corridor. No one is to touch her. No one is to punish her. If she causes trouble, you come directly to me. No one dared to speak. Without another word, Kaenar turned and walked away, pulling a stunned Aarhiya along with him. Mina broke the silence first. This has gone too far, she muttered as they walked away from the corridor. Her steps were rushed, anxious. You've made things worse, Lenreya. He's protecting that maid now. Directly. Lenreya didn't look shaken. If anything, she looked thoughtful. Then we find another way, she replied calmly, her voice smooth and controlled. A way that won't put us in Kaenar's bad books. Mina frowned, uneasy. Do you have a plan? Lenreya's lips curved into a slow smirk. Of course I do. And this time, it won't be our fault. Kaenar didn't release Aarhiya's hand until they were inside his chamber. The door closed behind them with a soft thud. Only then did Aarhiya glance down at their joined hands. His cheeks flushed. Oh, Your Majesty, he said quietly. Kaenar followed his gaze and stiffened. He released him at once, clearing his throat as if caught doing something improper. Silence filled the room. Awkward. Heavy. Aarhiya shifted his weight, then bowed slightly. Thank you, he said. For earlier. You didn't have to do that. Kaenar looked away. I know. Aarhiya hesitated, then added, almost teasingly. It's just funny. A few minutes ago you told me to stay away from you. Now you're declaring me untouchable. Kaenar winced. I don't know why I keep helping you, he admitted, frustrated. It makes no sense. After a pause, he added more quietly. But you're the first person who's ever stood up to Lenreya. Most people don't survive it. Aarhiya's expression softened. What did she do to me back then? Kaenar's jaw tightened. She sent you a spell, he said. She's a powerful spellcaster. She can lay curses that rot you from the inside. That's why people fear her. The room fell silent again. Then Aarhiya straightened, his tone changing completely. Train me. Kaenar turned, surprised. Aarhiya stepped closer, close enough that Kaenar could feel his warmth. I'll do whatever it takes, he said seriously. I'll listen. I'll endure anything. I don't want to be trampled on anymore. Kaenar's breath caught. He stepped back, composing himself. Fine, he said at last. But you know why I'm training you? Because you think I can restore the sun to your kingdom, Aarhiya replied. Which I doubt, but... I doubt it too, Kaenar interrupted. But I'm out of options. We'll train as long as you follow my rules. Aarhiya nodded. Anything. No physical interaction, Kaenar said quickly. You must stay at least 100 meters away from me. Then after a beat, more softly. And, You'll play the flute for me every night before I sleep. Aarhiya blinked, surprised by the gentleness in his voice. Then he smiled. Deal. Deep beneath the palace, Advisor Durian stood before the iron bars of the underground dungeon. From the shadows, Sacador emerged, his presence heavy, unsettling. Durian told him everything. The council. The defiance. The rage in Kaenar's eyes. Sacador frowned. He has always been stubborn, he said slowly, but he has never challenged the elders outright. That's what worries me, Durian replied. It started after the arrival of the maid. Sonraya. Sacador's eyes narrowed. Who is she? I don't know, Durian admitted. I've searched for records. There's no past. No history. Even the soldiers say nothing. Sacador went quiet. That explains it, he murmured. I felt uneasy for some time. He turned back toward the darkness. Tell Lenreya to strengthen her nightmare curse. Kaenar needs to be reminded of the darkness inside him. And the maid? Durian asked. Sacador smiled faintly. I'll keep an eye on her myself. The shadows swallowed him whole. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more.